Happy Saturday, everybody. Did you recover from yesterday's back-breaking labors? Well, did you? Should theoretically be an easier day today, but we know how that goes. See what's on the agenda today is we have Rancho recovery program in full force. Just a review, if you're just first coming on, we have all of our trenches that have been dug here. Thank goodness that's over. Oh, what a day. Now we're going to go ahead and start laying our water lines, and I think it was a good choice to just have one line come down Broadway and another line down here. Got a little more cleaning to do with some of these trenches, but by and large they're looking pretty doggone good. So overnight I took the opportunity, and you should always pre-lay out this hoses that you get, this irrigation hose, whatever it is. It slipped my mind, but I've had that uncoiled all night, so it's easier to lay into the trenches. We're going to rough lay this out. I also went ahead and picked up a lot of extra components for doing the hookup here in the bag. You know, we got couplings, we've got elbows. I've already got some T's. I don't need a ton of them, so okay. Couplings should be everything that we need. I'm going to go get the big box out. There's a couple different styles of T's. I actually like these better because these really jam into the end of the tubing, and really it's like a shark bite if you've ever used that for connectors for PEX and things like that. These things are wonderful. So I think I'm probably going to use these. We're going to need 2 T's, and this should all go together pretty rapidly. I don't know. I'm going to look through here and see if I have a shutoff valve. Yes. Another trip to the big box store. I've decided that I'm going to put rings around the trees here. I've got some of this edging. Looks very space age, doesn't it? I'm going to put it around the trees so I can put some mulch around there. It should help the keep it from drying out a little longer. Look at these trees today. Wow. I guess the bees will be busy. Peaches and plums. Yum, yum. It's a busy little bee. Doing his thing. So let's, I also picked up camellia, whatever the heck it is. This one has little red blossoms with yellow in the middle. I kind of like it. And we're gonna put a semicircle here, and we're gonna put the camellia right in here. That's the way the blossoms look. I think they're really nice. I'd like to see red against the green and the cream. It looks really good, and I think that's going to be do well because it's a partial shade, and by the time afternoon comes, say 1 o'clock or so, that's mostly a shaded spot. So let's get the rough layout in place here, and then we will get on with it. I'm going to be removing all these blocks and redoing the configuration around the base of these trees. Okay, so it's all been roughly laid out. Always work from the intersections of where you're going to be making T-joints, cross joints. Always start there first and work back. Okay, and we're going to do the hook up here to add the on off. We're going to install the shut off valve there for this, so I think it's looking pretty good. I really like these, as I was saying before, I really like these sort of shark bite fittings because they really grab on. So we're going to go ahead and do our cut here, and then we're going to hook up our T right here. Nice, really solid, secure connection. Wonderful. That way. All right. Oh, we don't ever have to worry about that leak in there. All right, looking good. The other one too, and we'll figure out, you know, we need to do a little more fine punching here to set the depth. But we should be good. That's looking great. Welcome back to everybody. Down here where I'm going to turn to provide some water for the camellia, I'm going to be running the hose through behind, and this will be fine. Nobody runs a mower down there. So that'll provide some water for our camellia. And then we can put some drip parts there to allow that to drip on that. This tree gets a lot of sun. It's our main bearer, so we're going to provide a lot of drip irrigation. We're going to probably put 3-4 gallon per hour drip flags on there. We come down here, join. You'll notice also that I've staked it at various points to keep it down and to keep it low. So we run along here. And then at the ends, I have the double rings, which doubles the hose back on itself and allows that to seal at the ends. Same deal over here. So the next thing we want to do, and we never really run the mower up against here, I use the string trimmer, is we want to install our valve, our shut-off valve. And I don't see many times where I think we're going to put another T in there, put a T off of that, connect up here, and put our valve in there. We're going to get as close to this as possible. Okay? Looking pretty good. Our work is paying off. And there's our shut-off valve. We'll put that sort of underneath the fence so it's a little more difficult to, just in case somebody should hit it with a mower. We're going to stake that back there with a metal stake. Okay, there we go. It's time to put our sidelines on for the trees. Next thing to do is to remove all the blocks around the trees, of which there are many that we put down. And we're going to go with a circle here with some chips. I think it'll give a nicer look out here. it's a lot digging up those blocks and hauling them away. Next thing we want to do is we want to make sure we keep the area under the fruit trees as weed free as possible, because when we start introducing regular waterings, there's going to be a tendency to start to have a lot of weeds here. So what I'm going to do is cut some weed barrier. Then I'm going to put the noose. I'm going to set the new. Going to run up the lines, our irrigation lines off of the main here. We're going to put down our ring, our new ring that we bought, the ring material, and then fill in with the chips. We're going to do that one by one. This will be our demonstration one because it's a little easier access. Some are going to be easy, some are going to be hard. Some of them are going to result in some cuts. Because one thing we know is citrus trees do have sharp thorns. So let's go ahead and get the weed barrier now. Okay, that's the way I'm going to wrap the not the neatest job in the world, but it's not that easy to go around trees. I'll trim it up at the edges. Now it's time to run our lines off up here. Should I think put 1 4-gallon dripper on each side. So we're going to do that now. It's best to keep all your material with you in a bucket or container and then carry it with you as you move around. There's our hookup hose. Here's our drippers. These are 4 gallons per hour each. We have some of the flag drippers too, just a different style. This is our barb connectors to make the connection to the water line. And this is very important. I wouldn't try to punch holes with anything except a tool that's specially designed for puncturing there. You could make a mess of your lines. This does a really nice, neat job of allowing the connection to be made. I think we're going to run 2 lines here. So we're going to make 2 button. Push that in there real well. And that works. 1, 2. This works really well. Takes a little bit of force, but it really does make a very neat hole in there. Now we can get out our barb connectors here. We can stick one end in here. Let's do one at a time. One. Push that right into those holes, and I'll show you a close-up of that in a minute. I just push them right through the bag. Don't open these bags. Just push the little barb connector through the side of the bag. That way they won't spill out all over the place. And here comes number 2. All right, come on. Get in there, baby. And I'll show you that close up right there. Okay, there's the way the little connectors work. Now all we have to do is just run our lines up. We're going to run 1 up each side here. There's our first one. And when we get all of the everything all laid out here, we'll go ahead and fire up the water line. I don't want to put pressure on it now, or it'll be spraying out all over every time I make a connection here. Don't want to do that. Got all of the shade cloth down where I want it to be. This was a big job cutting this out. I have to secure it down, put the lines. I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to get done today. I'm pretty exhausted doing this work. I don't know why, just digging up and down and thinking and cutting and thinking and doing all that. So, let me just get this secured down. We'll do a time check, see where we stand. Woo, woo, woo. See, the first cutouts were a bit rough. I'll neaten them up a little bit as I go along, but it's like anything else. You start to work at it, it gets a little better. But I have just totally run out of gas today between hauling in more stuff, more chips, and up and down and doing the lines. We're gonna call it a day until Monday. Sunday being tomorrow, while you're watching this, is going to be an official day of rest, and then Monday we'll be back at it, and that should wrap it up. As usual, I want to thank you for being along today. Not a big day of drama, but a big day of work here that continues on and on. And I really think one more day's hard work and we should be able to wrap up the watering system for the orchard, which is a real big step forward in getting the Rancho automated and on the Rancho restoration project. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell for all notifications. Every day there's always something going on, and I'm just glad to have you along. Your thumbs up are most appreciated, and I hope that your Sunday is a great one. Thanks, everybody.